Good evening, everybody. Doing a quick video about algae. What is it? And why does it make my tank so green? Or should I say your tank? Because my tank is doing pretty good. You take a look. Behind me is about a 30-gallon nano. I don't have any invertebrates in there. I have a lot of clownfish, some invertebrates and stuff like that. And I love it. It's great for the family. Look, it's in our family room and it works amazing. But to answer the question, algae. Why does it make your tank so dirty? Why does it make your tank green? And is it a bad thing? Algae is a form of macro algae, or it's like a small plant. And in this term, it's just like grass or trees, but it just happens to be in your aquarium or your fish's aquarium, because you don't live in there, but your fish do. Does it bother your fish? It doesn't really. It can bother them when it becomes to the point where you have a lot of it dying and it's now creating nitrogenous waste in your tank. But while it's alive, it's actually consuming a lot of the nitrate that's in your tank. And because plant life is the only thing that can consume this nitrate during photosynthesis, and now it does release back into oxygen. So nitrate is not necessarily bad for your tank, but it looks horrible because you have these big waves of green algae all over the glass, all over the sand, all over the gravel, the back of the tank, everything. And it looks terrible. But although it looks bad to you, it does not harm your fish. Now, let's get to the root of things. How did this algae occur in your tank? The algae occurred because you have too much light. Not just light on your fish tank. You can have light above your tank. Like I have light above my tank here. I have a ceiling fan with lights, but I don't have my ceiling fan on all the time. You guys may have your ceiling fan on or your lights on regularly, and it's causing excess light to your tank. Or you're leaving the light in your tank for more than 6 hours a day. Your fish don't need that light. You need the light. The people in your house need that light. The fish don't need it. I recommend turning the light on. If it's not something where you have invertebrates that need the light, if you just have fish only, and it's not something that's depending on the light to grow, such as plants and invertebrates, your fish don't need more than 6 hours of light. I recommend you leaving that light on only when you're there to enjoy it. Say if you get home from work, kids get home from school, you have the light on maybe from 4 to 10 p.m. Even better, 5 to 10 p.m. So you have 5 hours of light. You won't get this excessive amount of algae. And you get yourself a pleco. The thing with plecos, though, when your plecos get too big, they start attacking your fish. So you got to watch that as well. This is true for fresh water and salt water. You do not need a ton of light on your tank. If you have a ton of light on your tank, more than 5 hours a day, you're going to accumulate a lot of algae. Your tank's going to be green or brown or red, and you're going to think your tank is dirty. You destroyed your tank. You created too much light, which fed the photosynthetic process, which then created the algae, which your fish don't mind too much, but you hate. And now if this algae now builds up on top of each other, builds up on top of each other, month after month, now it becomes a problem because you're going to have algae growing on top of other algae. You're going to have algae dying, and now you have a nitrogenous issue because you're going to have dead waste sitting in your tank. Now you got a problem. Now you're causing your fish a problem. And it's all because you left your light on too long, or you have your ceiling fan on too long, or you have your tank near a window. Any one of those three. But the biggest thing is if your tank has too much algae or you have an algae bloom, it's the light. It's the light. It's not your water. It's not your fish. It's not some mysterious alien coming down. Nothing. It's your light. Now, your fish's nitrogenous waste does feed the algae. That's like manure to if you're growing vegetables or any other kind of plant growth. Manure does help this grow. So the more fish you have, the more nitrogenous waste you have, it does fuel the algae. But guess what? If you didn't have light, you still wouldn't grow the algae. You can't grow algae without light. You cannot grow algae without light. I'll repeat it again. You cannot grow algae without light. If you want to cut your algae, cut your light. This is a tip from Father Nature's. Have a good evening. Have a great one. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. All of the good stuff. 2021 is going to be beautiful, everybody. Stay healthy. Peace.